What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Critical Overlord here. We're going to be talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer in this video here today. So the trailer is coming very soon. I will share a small update at the end of this video after I get done talking about the meat and potatoes of what I want to address today. So thanks to an interview from Who, What, Where, we now know which one of our new leads is the lead in I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is coming out later this year on July 18th. Chase Soy Wonders is seemingly going to be the new Julie James. Seemingly this has been confirmed via the article's wording that she will be our new Julie James. I'll just read the portion that relates to this and then I'll get on my soapbox. She leads the sequel to the 1997 cult horror I Know What You Did Last Summer that brings together an ensemble from various parts of the zeitgeist, such as Lola Tung, Madeline Klein, and Nicholas Chavez, who are excitingly joined by some of the original cast. She went on to say, "It's very daunting. I have to fill the big shoes of Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. The article mentions, "I already know that that there's no question Chase is up to the task. Her role is a sharp departure from Bidey Quinn, a character she plays on another show." And then it says she's a real all-American girl in relation to her character she's portraying in I Know What You Did Last Summer. I guess this character is supposed to be some sort of all-American girl. What that means, I don't know. A safe assumption many have been making for months now is that this could have been Camila Menendez's role, her leading the film, if her schedule had allowed her to, before she had to unfortunately drop out. I would have loved to see that. We know that Jennifer worked with Camila on Do Revenge, and many of you probably know her best for her work as Veronica in Riverdale. I'm sure she would have been incredible, but I'm also looking forward to see what Chase has to give us in this role as well. My guess is Chase is going to be playing Ava. She could be playing someone else, but I'm going to just be predicting she's playing Ava, a character we have gotten zero teases on. We've gotten some crumbs recently in the coming weeks on Teddy, Danica, who seems to be Madeline Klein's character, and Teddy seems to be Tyreek Withers' character. And then we got some crumbs on Wyatt, not the name specifically, but I kind of can pinpoint who Wyatt would be. Danica's fiance, who was off in the CinemaCon footage. From what I've shared with you guys, Ava is the one sleeping around. She has a thing with this dude Milo. Milo doesn't like how overly sexual she's been to cope with the accident that happened a year ago, but it's clear it's taken a toll on her. Another alleged detail about Ava is she's the one who tells the story about Ben Willis at this engagement party for what I believe is Danica and Teddy's. I'm curious if Chase's character has stronger ties to Southport than the rest of her friends. Meaning, could these friends have only moved here for college, decided to stick around, which would explain why they are unfamiliar with Ben's story, unlike Chase, who was raised in the town. And to address the idea of Sarah Pigeon leading really quick, because many of us believe she was Ray and Julie's daughter, this was never confirmed by anyone related to the production. It was a sensible conclusion concocted by Sarah's Julie-like attire, the way she hugged Ray, and nothing more. Ray could just be a more than trustworthy ally at the moment compared to Julie, who hasn't been much help. So Sarah's character embraces him to show thanks, and that's all there is to it. Let's say she is their daughter. Not focusing on the legacy child would be an even better curveball, since it would be expected for you to go down the Sam Carpenter route. Then there's the argument for Madeline Klein deserving to be the lead. Again, that's also expected considering who Madeline Klein is and what she's been doing recently. Chase isn't going to disappoint. I trust that Ava, whoever she plays, will be just as compelling, if not more, than Julie James. Maybe we even get a Jill Roberts style twist. Something just tells me what these friends go through wasn't an accident, and perhaps our new lead is in on that truth. As for Julie James's involvement, I don't think Ray's death is what draws her back in. This should be something, I don't know why I've overlooked it, but I have been overlooking it. I think many of us should just get ready for this reality when it comes to Julie James, going off of what Jennifer teased on her Instagram. I don't think it's going to be Ray's death. I think Julie is going to try her best to stay away from what's going on with these kids despite Ray's efforts to reach her, but she'll eventually come back after receiving that note that, again, Jennifer teased on her Instagram, signaling that Julie is going to get more mail in this upcoming film. So that simple note that can read something like, "Once I'm done with them, I'm coming after you and Ray next," that will be enough to get Julie back into the mix. And it's not following the exact same formula as Scream 5, which in Scream's case, it needed to start offing legacy stars. Julie and Ray have only been in 2. You don't necessarily need to start doing it to raise any sort of stakes or bring any sort of level of legitimacy to the fisherman. The fisherman hasn't been thwarted time and time and again by legacy characters the way Ghostface had been. It was time for a legacy star to die in the Scream franchise. You don't have to do that here, and I know what you did last summer. Now, if you choose to kill Ray off, so be it. Just as long as it's well written and executed appropriately and doesn't feel cheap, I'm not going to have too much of an issue. Neither will most of the general public. The only people that will really have an issue with it are the minority of fans out there, me included, who love these films but are so convinced that this is some big, well-known IP that has a much bigger fan base than it actually does, because it doesn't. It's not on Scream's level. It's not on Halloween's level. It's just not. I Know What You Did Last Summer has been dead for 20-something years, and if they decided to kill one of these two legacy stars, not much of the general public is going to be in an uproar over it. They just won't. But I do think that's what Julie will come back to town for. It will be something as simple as that. She's going to get that note. It's going to let her know that, hey, you're trying to duck and dodge this, but what's the point? Once I'm done with these kids, I'm coming right after Julie and Ray. And the reason for why they could be coming after Julie and Ray, as I addressed in another video, could be something as simple as this. They think Julie and Ray, based off of the fact that they've been seeing Ray interacting with these kids, you guys must be accomplices to what these children did. And of course, you are familiar with this since you did it to Ben Willis all that time ago. And this person just simply thinks that they should have suffered for what they did to Ben Willis, and now they have a chance to get revenge for Ben Willis and get revenge for whatever it is they did to wrong this new fisherman. Simple as that. But you guys, let me know, what do you think about Chase Wonders being the new lead down in the comment section below? Do you think this is the right choice? Do you think it's the wrong choice? Are you still holding out hope for Brandy to have some sort of significant inclusion? Or are you satisfied with the fact that it's probably just going to be a cheap cameo? Maybe we get a FaceTime call or something else that just allows us to see Carla back for a brief 10-20 seconds. Let me know all that down in the comment section below. Last thing I was also going to state is that trailer, I'll just say rumored, but the trailer has been rated, and it allegedly is going to be a trailer that is 1 minute and 56 seconds long. And my prediction is that it will be online sometime next week, because I think Until Dawn is supposed to be dropping next week. And yeah, that'll be the big movie for Sony next week, so it makes all the sense in the world to attach I Know What You Did Last Summer to get that marketing going. But the trailer itself is rumored to be 1 minute and 56 seconds. If you haven't already, of course, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you never miss a video. In the description, I have links to my social media accounts. I am on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can message me there, of course. Let me know if there's any movies, news, or reviews you'd like me to cover in the future. And with all that in mind, guys, I will see you in the next video.